Come with me. Let us leave the ground behind for a moment. We will float up, high into the warm Italian air. The world below becomes a beautiful map. We are over a special place. This is Taranto, a city nestled between two seas in the south of Italy. From up here, the noise of the world fades away. All we hear is the gentle whisper of the wind. We can see everything with new eyes. The sun is warm on our wings as we begin our journey. We are birds for a day, looking down on this ancient, peaceful city. Let us drift and dream. The air is clear and soft. Below us, the city wakes up slowly. The colors are gentle, blues and whites and soft stone browns. It is like a painting made just for us. The sounds are muted, distant. A far-off church bell, a soft hum from the streets. We feel a great sense of peace. There's no hurry here. We have all the time in the world to explore. We will glide over the water and the land. We will see history and nature living side by side. This is our quiet adventure, a 10-minute escape into a dreamscape of sun and sea. Our journey takes us high above the rooftops. The city looks like a collection of tiny, perfect boxes. The streets are like thin ribbons connecting them all. People are small dots, moving with a gentle purpose. They do not know we are watching from our high perch. We see the shape of the land, how it holds the city in a safe hug. The water sparkles with 1,000 tiny lights from the sun. It is a place of incredible beauty, a place where time seems to move at a different pace, slower and more thoughtful. Look down. See how the water holds the city. Taranto is blessed with not one but two seas. On one side is the Mar Grande, the Big Sea. It is a vast expanse of deep sapphire blue. It reaches out to the horizon, meeting the sky in a soft, hazy line. This is the sea of great ships and open water. It is powerful and immense. You can almost feel its deep, steady breath from up here. The waves roll in gently, crashing in white foam against the outer walls of the city. It is a magnificent sight, a true spectacle of nature's grandeur and might. On the other side, we see the Mar Piccolo, the Little Sea. This water is different. It is calmer, more protected. Its color is a lighter shade of turquoise and green. It looks like a secret lake, hidden away from the power of the open ocean. This is a place of quiet work and ancient traditions. It is a nursery for marine life, a source of food and livelihood for the people below. We can see the neat rows of mussel farms, like floating gardens on the water's surface. The Mar Piccolo is the city's gentle heart, a place of calm and sustenance. Between these two bodies of water, the city of Taranto rests. It is a beautiful puzzle piece, perfectly fitted into the landscape. The land reaches out like two arms, creating a protective embrace around the Mar Piccolo. The city is the buckle that joins them. From our viewpoint in the sky, we can understand this relationship so clearly. The city does not conquer the water. It lives in harmony with it. The two seas are not just features. They are the lifeblood of Taranto. They give it its unique character, its history, and its future. The sunlight plays differently on each sea. The Mar Grande glitters with a bold, bright light, reflecting the open sky. It feels adventurous and full of possibility. The Mar Piccolo has a softer, more shimmering glow. It seems to hold secrets in its calm depths. As we drift on the air currents, we can see the currents and tides moving below, a slow and silent dance between the two waters. It is a constant exchange, a conversation that has been happening for thousands of years. This embrace of the two seas is what makes Taranto truly and wonderfully itself. Let us fly along the edge of the land. The coastline of Taranto is a story told in sand and stone. Long, golden beaches stretch out, inviting the waves to come and play. The sand looks soft and warm from our high vantage point. We can see the gentle curve of the shore as it follows the water. There are very few people, just the wide, open space of the beach meeting the sea. The waves leave delicate patterns of white foam on the wet sand like lace. These patterns appear for a moment, and then are washed away. A constant, quiet art show for no one but the sky. In other places, the coast becomes more rugged. Here, low cliffs of pale stone drop down to the water. They are not tall or threatening, but gentle and worn smooth by time and tide. Small coves are hidden among these rocks, secret places where the water is calm and clear. We can see the different shades of blue in the water, showing where it is shallow and where it is deep. It is a beautiful mosaic of color. These rocky parts of the coast have their own kind of beauty. They speak of strength and endurance, of the land holding firm against the sea's patient efforts. We can see small patches of green clinging to the tops of the cliffs, hardy plants and wildflowers that can withstand the salty air. They add a touch of life and color to the stone. The coast is not just a line, it is a living border where different worlds meet. The world of the land, with its earth and plants, and the world of the sea, with its water and waves. From above, we see this meeting place with perfect clarity. It is a zone of constant change, of gentle conflict and beautiful harmony, all happening in slow motion. As we glide further, we see how the city has been built to respect this coastline. Promenades follow the curve of the beaches. Buildings are set back, leaving space for the natural beauty of the shore. The people of Taranto clearly love their coast. They have not tried to tame it completely. Instead, they have found a way to live alongside it. This gentle approach has preserved the peaceful feeling of the place. The coastline whispers a story of balance, of living with nature instead of fighting against it. It is a lesson in quiet respect. Now let us turn our gaze inward, toward the heart of the city. There, on a small island, lies the Città Vecchia, the Old Town. It is a dense cluster of buildings, connected by a maze of narrow streets. From the sky, it looks like an ancient stone honeycomb. The rooftops are a patchwork of terracotta tiles, faded by centuries of sun. The colors are warm and earthy ochre, cream, and soft gray. It is a place that feels deeply historical, a living museum floating between the two seas. The island is small, but it holds so much life and so many stories within its tight-knit lanes. The streets are too narrow to see clearly from our high perch. They are just thin, dark lines crisscrossing between the buildings. We can imagine them, though. We can imagine the cool shadows they provide from the hot sun. We can imagine the sounds of daily life echoing between the tall stone walls. The smell of fresh laundry, the chatter of neighbors, the laughter of children. Even from up here, we can feel the vibrant energy of this place. It is not an empty relic. It is a community, a living, breathing part of Taranto where traditions are kept alive. We see small squares or piazzas dotted throughout the old town. They are little openings in the dense fabric of the city. These are the places where people gather. We can see a few tiny figures crossing a square, perhaps on their way to the market or to visit a friend. We see churches with their simple bell towers rising just above the other rooftops. These buildings have stood for hundreds of years. They have watched over the city and its people through good times and bad. They are silent witnesses to the long and rich history of Taranto. The old town is connected to the rest of the city by bridges, but it feels like a world of its own. It is a place where the past is not just remembered. It is still present in the stones, the streets, and the way of life. It is the original seed from which the modern city grew. Looking down on it, we feel a sense of reverence. We are seeing a place that has been shaped by generations of people. It is a testament to human resilience and the desire to build a home, a community, a beautiful and lasting place to live. At the edge of the old town island, a great fortress stands guard. This is the Aragonese Castle. It's a magnificent structure of stone, large and powerful. From our aerial view, we can see its strong geometric shape. Its thick walls and imposing towers really speak of its purpose, to protect the city and the entrance to the Mar Piccolo. For centuries, this castle has watched over Taranto. It's a silent guardian, a symbol of strength and history. The stone is a warm, golden color in the sunlight, but you can just feel its immense weight and power even from the sky. The castle is surrounded by water on three sides, and a deep moat separates it from the rest of the island. This makes it look even more like a fortress, ready to defend against any threat from the sea. We can see the straight lines of its ramparts and the sharp angles of its bastions. These were designed for defense, to give soldiers the best view of any approaching ships. Today, though, the castle is peaceful. No cannons fire from its walls. Instead, it stands as a proud reminder of Taranto's important past. It's a bridge between the city's history as a military stronghold and its present as a place of peace. Looking down, we can appreciate the incredible skill of the people who built this castle so long ago. They worked with heavy stone without modern machines, and yet they created a structure that is both strong and beautiful. Its clean lines and massive scale are just so impressive. It's perfectly positioned to control the narrow channel that connects the Mar Grande to the Mar Piccolo. Any ship wanting to enter the inner sea had to pass under the watchful eyes of the castle's defenders. It was the key to the city's safety and prosperity. Today, the castle is not a place of war, but a place of culture. We can imagine people walking on its ramparts, not as soldiers, but as visitors, learning about the history of their city. The castle has become a teacher, telling the stories of the past to new generations. From our peaceful vantage point in the sky, we see it not as a threat, but as an anchor. It anchors the city to its history, giving it a sense of identity and permanence. It's a beautiful, powerful piece of the past, still watching over Taranto. Right next to the castle, we see something remarkable. It is a bridge, but not a normal one. This is the Ponte Reusable, the swing bridge. It connects the Old Town Island to the new part of the city. From above, it looks like two metal arms reaching across the water. It is a feat of engineering, a piece of industrial art. Its dark metal structure stands out against the blue of the water and the pale stone of the castle. It is a symbol of a more modern Taranto, a city looking forward. But it sits comfortably beside the ancient fortress. The bridge is a guardian of the channel, just like the castle. But it guards in a different way. It does not use cannons. It uses movement. When a large naval ship needs to pass from the Mar Grande into the Mar Piccolo, the bridge performs a slow and graceful dance. The two arms swing open, rotating on huge gears. This creates a wide passage for the ship to sail through. From the sky, we can imagine this slow, majestic ballet. The bridge opens its arms to welcome the tall ships, and then closes them again to reconnect the city. We can see the traffic on the bridge. Tiny cars and buses move across it, like beads on a string. People walk along its sides. For most of the day, it is a busy link, a vital artery for the city. It carries people to work, to school, to their homes. It is a place of constant movement and connection. But when the siren sounds, announcing that the bridge will open, everything stops. The city pauses for a moment. It is a small, regular ceremony that reminds everyone of Taranto's deep connection to the sea and its naval base. This bridge represents the two sides of Taranto. It is strong and industrial, a product of human ingenuity, but its movement is slow and graceful, almost gentle. It works in rhythm with the needs of the sea. It is a modern marvel that respects the ancient waterway it crosses. Looking down on the swing bridge, we see more than just steel and gears. We see a symbol of Taranto's ability to adapt and change, to embrace the new while holding on to the old. It is a gentle giant, opening and closing, breathing with the tides of the city. Let's drift over to the calmer waters of the Mar Piccolo. As the morning sun climbs higher, the surface of the water comes alive. Look closely. We can see them. Small fishing boats, painted in bright blues, reds and whites. They are scattered across the turquoise sea like colorful leaves. Each boat is a small world of its own, a fisherman or maybe two working with a quiet focus. From our high perch, their movements look like a slow, choreographed dance. They pull in their nets, sort their catch, and prepare for the next haul. These are the fishermen of Taranto. They have been working these waters for generations. The knowledge of the sea has been passed down from father to son. They know the best places to find fish. They understand the currents and the weather. Their work is hard, but there is a rhythm and a grace to it. From the sky, we cannot hear their voices, but we can see their patient, methodical movements. They are a fundamental part of the city's identity. They are the ones who bring the treasures of the sea back to the land every day. The boats leave small white wakes behind them as they move from one spot to another. The lines of their wakes crisscross on the water's surface, creating a temporary, beautiful pattern. It is a drawing that tells the story of the morning's work. Some boats are clustered together, the fishermen perhaps sharing a story or a joke across the water. Others work alone in quiet communion with the sea. This is not a race. It is a patient, respectful harvest. They take what the sea offers and they do it with a deep understanding of its limits. As the morning progresses, some of the boats begin to head back toward the shore. They are full of the day's catch. They will take their fresh seafood to the local markets, where the people of Taranto will buy it for their evening meals. This daily cycle is the heartbeat of the city's relationship with the sea. It is a direct link between the natural world of the Mar Piccolo and the daily lives of the people. Watching this morning dance from above, we feel a deep sense of respect for this ancient and honorable way of life. Let's pull back our view a little, to take in the whole city once more. What we notice most from up here is the pace of life. It is not rushed. There is no sense of frantic energy. The cars move at a steady, unhurried speed. The people we see walking in the parks or along the waterfront stroll, they do not run. Life in Taranto seems to move with the gentle rhythm of the tides. There is a calmness, a tranquility that you can feel even from the sky. It is a city that knows how to breathe. We can see the open-air markets. They are colorful patches of activity. From here, they look like quilts made of bright umbrellas and stalls. We can imagine the sights and smells. Fresh fruits and vegetables, local cheeses, and of course the fresh fish from the morning's catch. People gather here not just to shop, but to talk, to meet their neighbors and catch up on the news. These markets are the social heart of the city, places where the community comes together. The pace is relaxed, friendly, and human. Look at the Lungomar, the beautiful promenade that runs along the Mar Grande. People are enjoying the simple pleasure of a walk by the sea. An elderly couple sits on a bench looking out at the water. A family pushes a stroller. A young person reads a book under a palm tree. These are small, quiet moments of everyday life. But together, they create a picture of a city that values peace and leisure. There is time here. Time to stop and appreciate the view. Time to enjoy the sun and the sea breeze. This slow rhythm is perhaps Taranto's greatest treasure. In a world that often moves too fast, this city offers a different way of being. It is a lifestyle connected to the natural world around it. The sun, the sea, the seasons, these are the things that set the pace. From our peaceful place in the sky, we can see this clearly. The city is not just a collection of buildings. It is a community living in a state of gentle harmony with its beautiful surroundings. It is a lesson in the art of living well. Our time in the air is coming to an end. It is time to begin our slow descent. But let us take one last long look at the city of Taranto spread out beneath us. We see the two blues of the two seas. We see the ancient stone of the old town and the castle. We see the modern lines of the swing bridge. We see the colorful fishing boats and the green edges of the coast. Everything is laid out in perfect, peaceful harmony. It is a view that calms the soul and fills the heart with a quiet joy. The memory of this flight will stay with us. We will remember the feeling of floating on the warm air. We will remember the way the sunlight sparkled on the water. We will remember the sense of peace that hangs over the city. Taranto, seen from above, is not just a place on a map. It is a feeling. It is the feeling of time slowing down. It is the feeling of a deep and respectful connection between people and the sea. It is a reminder that beauty can be found in simplicity and tranquility. As we drift lower, the details of the city become clearer again. The distant hum grows into the real sounds of life. We are returning to the world on the ground, but we will carry a piece of the sky with us. We have seen Taranto's soul. We have understood its unique geography and its gentle rhythm. The aerial dreamscape has shown us a truth that can be hard to see from the busy streets. It has shown us a city that is both strong and gentle, ancient and alive, a true jewel of the Italian coast. Let this image be the one you keep. The city held in the embrace of the water, glowing in the soft light, a place of history, nature, and a simple, beautiful way of life. Taranto from the Sky is a poem written in water, stone, and light. It is an invitation to slow down, to breathe, and to appreciate the quiet beauty that exists in the world. And as our feet touch the ground once more, we feel calm, inspired, and deeply grateful for our 10-minute dream in the sky.